News Storm Team.
All right, welcome back. It is 5:19, taking a live look across the area behind us. Gorgeous looking sunrises in several areas in the viewing area. Andre here with me now to tell us Thursday. Man, yesterday was a blistering hot day. I think I got 98 on my phone at one point in the day. I don't know if it got any warmer than that, but 98 was where I got it at.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Chance. It was quite a hot day for sure. But today it's going to be slightly cooler, so that should help a little bit. And looking right now here in the capital city right now, we are seeing those partly to mostly cloudy conditions. But guess what? The temperature, it is quite warm this morning. 72 degrees, folks. 72 degrees. So it is quite warm out there. And it's because of the southerly flow with those wind speeds being at 9 miles per hour. But as we head over into our current storm team radar right now, we are currently seeing some spotty shower activity, mainly in our north and central areas. But for the most part, things are remaining on the overall dry side this morning. So if you need to take care of some things, you should be overall okay, but just bring that umbrella just in case you do have a shower that pops up on top of you. Now, as far as our current temperatures right now, our temperatures are mainly in the 60s and the 70s. So again, this is going to be a shorts weather sort of vibe this morning, folks. And throughout the rest of the day, we're going to see those temperatures climb up into the low to mid 90s. So this is going to be a rather hot day for this time of year. In fact, we're going to be running about 5 to 15 degrees above normal. So again, make sure you're staying cool, staying hydrated, taking plenty of breaks, and also just have those car windows open before you head out, and remember the children and the pets in the vehicles as well, and also check in on your neighbors, especially immune compromised and the elderly. Now, once we get into this evening, into the overnight hours, we're going to be watching for another risk of some severe weather with a marginal chance of severe weather, and this means that we can see more damaging wind gusts and hail with this sort of setup here, and we'll be watching this very closely. Now, timing things out, this is 6 o'clock this evening, and this is where we're going to start seeing some isolated shower and thunderstorm activity starting to develop in the south and eastern areas, right? But by the time we get into around 10 o'clock, we could see more development in our north and eastern areas and continuing with those chances in our south and eastern areas. But by the time we get into 2 o'clock, that is where we'll see some activity in our well northeastern areas. And then guess what? Once we get into around 2 o'clock, that's where we're going to start seeing more development in our north and western areas. And some of these storms could provide us some brief locally heavy rainfall at times. So that's something that we're going to be paying close attention to. And once we get into our 6 o'clock hour on Friday morning, we're going to see that line develop a little bit more intensely here, and it's going to be moving its way towards the south and east. So this is something that we're going to be paying close attention to. So make sure you have that KX Storm Team app on hand. And once we get into our Friday, we're going to see those temperatures drop down into the low to mid 70s. How about that, folks? Just for Chance, you know, he has that 75 degrees waiting for him for our Friday. And looking here in Williston, we're going to be warming things back up, however, into the weekend, with temperatures climbing back up into the low to mid to even upper 80 for our weekend and lasting into our Monday. And that same thing goes for the Dickinson area too, so that's something to watch out for. Now here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing 90s today, 70s for our Friday, and then warming things up as we head into the weekend. But once we get into mid next week, we will see those temperatures drop back down into the 70s, and that same thing goes for the capital city too. So Chance, we're going to be watching for the heat and storms one more time today, and then once we get into our Friday, just for you, good temperatures.
75 and sunny. You're going to really not like me. The only thing I don't like is that there's a 30% chance of something happening. I want a goose egg. I want 0.
Yes.
We're close. You're getting there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Coming up on Good Day Dakota, they're local and they're legendary.